Aloha ho'ahele, and welcome to the Liquid Luau. On this episode, we're going to teach you how to make the Shipwreck on the Rocks from the Disneyland Resort in California. Now, a lot of people say that tiki drinks are hard to make. There's a lot of ingredients, a lot of cutting. Well, it can be true of some of them, but we're going to start you at the very easy level. Really, I know you can do this at home, and with a little bit of guidance, we're going to walk you through how to do this, because you can make great drinks in your own house. It's true, you don't need a lot of fluff. I mean, you don't need tiki music, I mean, it doesn't hurt, or aloha shirt, or a big giant tiki bar to build things in front of. Like, you can do that, you can get there, but for starters, let's just concentrate on making great drinks. And that's why we're going to start with the Shipwreck on the Rocks. It's a lovely little drink with just a few simple ingredients, super easy to make, doesn't require a lot of tools, and it just tastes good. So let's get to it. So here's what we're going to need to make this drink. A lemon, some mint. If your mint is brown like this, don't use that, that's gross. Some agave syrup, Maker's Mark whiskey. Now, you can use any bourbon whiskey. Maker's Mark is what they used in the drink originally, but if you have some better quality stuff, you can use that, feel free, but at least use Maker's Mark quality. A muddler, which is what you're going to use to smash the lemon and the mint to release the juices and the flavoring. A knife for cutting. A cocktail shaker. I like this kind, it's called a Boston shaker. It's got glass on the top and metal like this, and you put it together to do your shaking. If you have an all-metal one, that's okay. If you just need to use 2 cups, that's okay too. These are really great, and I'm looking to getting one of these at some time. And this also comes with a strainer. So we're going to use this at the end in order to pour the contents out of the glass without getting all the extra stuff. Finally, you're going to need something to put it in. The drink in California is served in this glass, but you don't have to have that. You can just use a regular glass. A double rocks glass, which holds about 10 ounces, should be just fine. So that's all we need. Let's get going.
All right, so let's get down to business. Here's what you do to make the drink. We're going to take a whole lemon and cut it in half, and then cut it in half again so that we get quarters. I'd like to, I don't know why, I just force of habit to take this little thing off the top. It's not going to be in the final drink, but for some reason I'm used to doing that. So now we're going to take this, cut it again, and again. And then we're going to take these 4 quarters and we're just going to drop it right into our Boston shaker glass here. Piece of cake. Next, we're going to take a piece of mint and we're going to get 4 big leaves and put that inside. Now, if you don't have 4 big ones, you can use kind of the equivalent of smaller ones. Really what you're just trying to do is get enough mint in here so that way the flavor can come through. Now we're going to get our muddler and we're going to really kind of just smash down the lemons and the mint until it squeezes the juices out of both the lemons and the mint. So we're going to push on that. We don't have to kill it, but you definitely want to see some juice down in the bottom of the glass. That's how you know you're going to be about done. There we go. And then we're going to start putting in the alcohol. So we're going to get 2 ounces of our bourbon whiskey. Now I have this great little measuring glass. You can actually see from the top when you're filling it up how much is in there. I love it. I think this is a great thing to have. But you can use a jigger or whatever you've got at home for starters. It's okay. So we're just going to pour that in there. And then we're going to get some agave syrup. You can get this in most grocery stores. I even saw it in Aldi supermarkets. So we're putting in 1/4 ounce of agave syrup here. We'll just pour that right in the top. There we go. And then we're going to put just about 6 or 8 ice cubes in the bottom. This isn't going to be in the final drink, but we're just going to use that to make it cold. All right, let's put that into our Boston shaker.
All right, we're going to talk about the shaking a little bit. So you have your ingredients inside of your shaker. You pick it up, give it a couple shakes like this for about 15 to 20 seconds, and you'll see it actually frosts over and gets cold in your hands. When that happens, you know that you're done, so it's safe to pour the drink out now.
All right, here's our serving glass. It's got about 1 3/4 cups of ice in it, crushed. And now we're gonna put the strainer on and just pour our liquid out of the shaker and into the glass.
And here we are, the Shipwreck on the Rocks. Now, I've garnished this with a little bit of fresh mint. It's nice because when you actually go to take the drink, you'll actually smell that mint as you go to take your first sip. It really drives home the idea that the mint is inside the drink as well. So it's cool when garnishes, not only look good, but also kind of give you an indication of the flavor of what you're going to have. It's a really nice touch. Well, there we are. I hope you guys have great success doing this at home. Give it a shot. Leave me comments below if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to try to answer them. Let me know how you did. If you want to find out about more recipes like this, I'm going to do a bunch. So subscribe and like this and help spread this around so that way other people can find out about it. Okole Maluna.
The incredible exotica music you heard on today's episode is by our friends Stolen Idols. Their album, Moonlight Offerings, is available on Amazon, Apple Music, and Spotify.